Hodges.
Yes, sir.
Can you capsulate Kobe Bryant? We went somewhere else, but you mind capsulating Kobe Bryant for us?
Man, genuine human being, brother. And much respect, man. Much respect to him in life and in death, brother, because he you have a chance to do things in life, and sometimes you can be blessed to find what it is that you're meant to do. Kobe found out early that basketball was going to be something that he was going to be able to do. And in doing it, we just talked about preparation. He never left no stone unturned where preparation was concerned, and that he was not going to allow another player, whether an opponent or a teammate, to be more prepared than he was, whether it be film session, whether it be whatever within the concept of what we're doing to win and bring a championship, nobody's going to outwork him. And his mindset was that we spoke about. He told me this, and it's so cool how he laid it out to me. He said, "Yeah, Hodge, my job with this team, and that was when we was on the cusp of winning with the Lakers, and we had Pau Gasol, Lamar Odom, D. Fish, and he was like, we got the crew to win, but every night I gotta have at least 8 of my guys at their greatness." And that was cool to me, because he said everybody has a different level of greatness, and in order for us to be a great team, everybody needs to feel that they're at their greatest point, and that Lamar's ain't mine and mine ain't Lamar's. But it's all of us being able to know where our greatness is at and be able to get there every night if possible. But some night I ain't gonna be able to get there, but Lamar and Powell are gonna be there. So my responsibility is to get them to see that their level of greatness, and when I can get them to see their level of greatness, mine is gonna come through even more so. I'm like, brother, that's some heavy wisdom, and I saw in that something totally different than MJ.
Wow. And speaking of difference, when I asked you the question a while back about I was asking Michael Jordan to boycott, there's a piece of me that Kobe Bryant's second half of his career, he would have listened to you and probably asked you where the resources coming from. You know what I mean? It seemed like he was a very thoughtful person. So in my humble opinion, and you're going to correct me if I'm wrong or add to it, is that he would have said, "Okay, Craig, you want me to do this, but where's the support around me making this decision?"
Right there. And that's the part that, once again, I feel like you have a titular executive, and then you have the main joint. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that right now the brothers are the titular executives in the NBA, but the sisters, that's what I brought to Kobe. You have the means to speak to Black women, Mexican women. You have the ability to create a safety net around you as you speak to these principles. And that safety net is going to be the ones that this ownership, they're going to have to listen to, because that's who are buying tickets.
Gotcha.
That's who are buying gym shoes. That's who are buying jerseys. That's who are buying hats. That's who are promoting us in the off season, that keeps us afloat in revenue stream. So all of those things, and Kobe, I mean, you think about it. His game, compartmentalized to where it's encyclopedia type thing, and it can go to any
I get that.
A through Z in a heartbeat. Same way on the business side of things. You can see that same type of mentality that I know this movie's gonna happen, and I'm gonna be waiting over here to make this one and that one. And that's the part that's so cold, man, when you stop and think of what we lost, but at the same time, somebody like me, what I gained just being around the brother.
Yeah, that's amazing. By the way, do you know who Deontay Wilder is, by the chance? You follow boxing at all?
Yes.
What's your take on Deontay Wilder?
Look like he tried to punch everybody all the way through their body. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like he's going, I'm looking behind you, and I'm going to that point, but I like, the fact that he came from where he came from and he rose through the ranks doing what he's doing, man. He's an entertaining cat to watch. I don't know much about his stance on stuff though.
Yeah. My final question, we'll get you out of here. It's June 28th. Happy birthday. You got a lot of happy birthdays. You got a lot of gratitude in the chat. The super chats were for you to read moving forward. They just want to thank you. They want to welcome you back. This platform is your platform. Whenever you need it, whenever you want it, it's yours. Okay. And it's June 28th today is? June 28th?
Mine was yesterday.
So yeah, June 27th, 2020. What would the conversation be with Kobe today? And what would the conversation be with Michael Jordan today? With you.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Brothers, y'all have the ability to take our people to a place where we've never been. Mm-hmm. And through your visibility, your magnetism, your charisma, and your drawing appeal, you have the ability to take this message of the history of oppression, standing up for human rights. You're able to take that to that safety net of people, the women who are conscious to what this is. You're able to take that, and we won't have to look back. It's a matter of how the two of them together could be able to define a lot of things, even to the point where being able to define what the structure would be, not necessarily that they had to be within that structure, but being able to have us an infrastructure, a brick and mortar type that we know that is ours and we feel good about, man. So, it will be a great discussion. Even to the point where I'm even right now, man, I want to sit down with MJ. In fact, I need to, because it's something that needs to be done, man.
Who would call you back the next day? Who was more likely to call you back the next day? Kobe. Mr. Craig Hodges, man. I got to give you a stand up and give you a round of applause, man. I just want to say thank
you, brother. Appreciate you, man.
And
Free Huey. Free Huey. Free Huey.
Free Huey's my dude, man. Free lunch program. He don't get enough credit, man. And neither do none of the Black Panthers, man. What they've done in our community today in work. Meals on Wheels, WIC program, after school program, morning program.
Man. And that was one of the shaping, when you're young, some of the most shaping factors in your life are those incidents that are oftentimes negative. I remember waking up, man, I think I might have been 8 or 9, and they shot up the Panthers in Chicago with Fred Hampton and Mark Clark. Oh, man, that was, and for us, man, I was like, wow. And we weren't, and that's the wild part. We had the community was so covered at that period of time. We had all the way from nonviolent to revolutionary struggle and everything in between. So it was a blanket. But the one thing all of them had in common, don't mess with the children. And that has been the part that is kind of filtered away, because brothers are incarcerated, brothers being murdered, and brothers are straight up trying to get bread in this civilization, because it's capitalist society. I gotta hustle.
We appreciate you, man. Phil, you get so much, man, and they love you in the chat, man. Happy belated birthday.
Man, let my people know on the real, man. And when I say my people, a lot of times people think that I'm just talking about Black. I'm talking about us, man. This is a human family, man. And then now, if we we still know that we got to fight for the oppression of African people worldwide, and that's almost a millennial battle that goes on. But now we had a mature stage when we can reflect not on a person's hue, but a person's humanness. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm not worried about whether you red, black, white, brown, or yellow, or green. What is your position on these human rights stands? Period. Nothing else. And we good. That's why my boy John Paxson, I'm giving him a shout out. He gave me a call, man, and that was so cool for me to get a call from him while all this madness is going on, and his respect for me studying and sharing it with him and his family from a stance that when I had an organizational thing, and I invited him and his son. And he brought his son out, and his son is a Marine now. And he was saying how his son always remembered that occasion. And that was something that we were fighting, trying to stop the violence in the city of Chicago. And I'm trying to unify athletes and entertainers. And I offered Impact as one of the white brothers that came. And I always appreciated that, man. I still do, man.
Appreciate you. And then come back anytime. And I'm about to reach out to your son. And we're going to give away a couple of your books. Just sign them for us so we can give them away. You know what I mean? Appreciate you, Mr. Craig. Right, and come back anytime.
Everybody be blessed and stay safe. Peace, peace.
Thank you, Mr. Hodges. Appreciate you.
All right.
All right, one love.
Wow.
All right, appreciate it. So there you have it, man. Mr. Craig Hodges, man, before there was, wow, what an interview, man. Oh, man. As I tell you guys on the super chats, when they're in between thoughts, it's difficult to read the super chat. So I always tell the guests when I bring them on, there are going to be people giving you super chats, and feel free to read it. It's going to be on the screen. If you want to stop your train of thought, you're more than welcome to. You know what I mean? And if I can get a break in between to ask it, I will. And he asked this super chat. He answered it when I asked him, the Sweet Science Examiner, when I asked him about the Martin Luther King death versus the George Floyd death. It was just phrased in a different manner, but he asked that question. I asked that question as it relates to that. So please go back on the replay and watch it. But man, thank you guys for tuning in, man. This shit is Hall of Fame worthy, dog. Hall of fucking Fame worthy, man. And I'm gonna buy 3 of his books and we're gonna give them away on the show. Somehow, some way, we're gonna make it out the hood one day. Go do your hip hop homework, man. If you need to know who wrote that song, someday, one day, we're gonna make it out the hood someday. So, anyways, man, I love y'all, man. We may or may not come back tonight. Because I'm supposed to go to a rally at 5 o'clock. And but I think this is good enough, man. It can stand on its own. And no, we'll come back tomorrow. We'll come back Monday. All right. So we got an early edition of Barbershop Conversation in the Barbershop. I genuinely appreciate y'all. And I'm about to go right now and rewatch this and come back. So anyways, I love y'all, man. Oh, do y'all got anything to say? We ain't gotta. We don't have to end the show right now. But if anything, you guys want to call in? You guys want to call in and talk for a second or no? Are you guys good? You guys good? I'll open up the phone lines if anybody wants to call in. Feel free to call in. I appreciate you, Champ Side. Thanks, dog. Really appreciate. I appreciate everyone in the super chat, man. You know what I mean? As a matter of fact, whatever we get in the super chats, that's what we're gonna buy in books. Okay, well, I'll gladly do that, and we'll give them away. All right, we'll give them away when I get them in the mail. That'll be great. I'm gonna hit Jabril up. And for those of you who don't know the story about how this interview came to fruition, I 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, the phone lines are open. Okay, 2 or 3 weeks ago, I called a former NBA player. I'm not gonna call his name out. Matter of fact, 70% of the people with my phone now were former NBA players, right? And I'm 42. And I said, hey, can you get me Craig Hodges' number? I know he can get it. I know he can get Craig Hodges' number. He didn't call me back. So I said, you know what? Fuck it. So I was listening to the DJ Vlad interview. And the last thing he said was to DJ Vlad was, get in contact with my son. And I was like, hold up. I've seen his son play. Let me get in contact with his son. And so I go to Vince, the body snatcher, Vince Camper, and I go to his Instagram and I realize that they follow each other. And I'm like, holy cow. Holy cow. So I call Vince in 0.5 seconds. I said, Vince, can you get me in touch with Jabril? He's like, sure, no problem. I'll get it for you by the end of the day. And long story short, Jabril is a supporter of the Barbershop Conversations. He quoted me from the things that I've said years ago. He quoted me from things that I said, and I said, "Oh shit, I appreciate the support." So you never know who's supporting you, who's behind you. The phone lines are open, and so that's how this interview came together in 36 hours. Because I spoke to him on Friday, Friday evening, Friday late afternoon, and then now Sunday at noon we have the great Craig Hodges in the interview. So the lines are open. I just reset them. So feel free to call in, and we'll do it like that. So yeah, we'll do it like that. I see y'all calling in. I see DB, but it didn't ring that time, but it should ring this time. So that's really how this interview came to fruition. And honestly, welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. I love that intro. What's popping, huh, big homie?
Man, wow, that was a great fucking interview, dude.
Yeah, it was awesome. He's great.
That was great. Yeah, man, I gotta give you on that one, man. I didn't expect that, knowing that was gonna be NBA player. But damn, most of the NBA players you've been bringing on here have been well-rounded, conscious, free-minded type people. So, but Craig Hodges stepped it up another level, just same way as who was up? Polonice was on there as well. But man, it's been absolutely a great interview. I thought it was gonna be more about his championship runs with Jordan, and it kind of got more into a higher elevation and speaking. I appreciate the hell out of that.
Yeah, it was astounding. I didn't know where it was going, but I saw him perk up about the about black people, and I said we got to keep it here. You know what I mean? You saw his energy kind of just go through the screen. I'm like, why are we gonna? Ain't no sense talking about Michael Jordan anymore. You know what I mean? He want to talk about his people. You know what I mean? And I thought it was that's where the interview should have stayed. You know?
Yeah, absolutely, man. That was some great shit right there. And I'm gonna go back and rewatch that a second time.
Me too.
Encore that.
Me too. Do you want more?
Yeah, man. Straight up encore, man.
Oh man, I appreciate you, big homie. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we're one of the same. And you going live at 7, right?
Yeah, but I'm doing one on aviation, man, because aviation is my field.
Okay.
My field of interest, and I want to do some shit on that, like business, the business side of airport management, what goes into operation of airlines and shit like that.
We'll be watching.
Number type.
We'll be watching. We'll be watching.
Okay.
I'm going from Drew Titan to you, so we'll be watching.
Right.
And take your time, because I'm not coming on at 9, so take your time.
Okay, I'll start going at 7 because I'm still putting it together.
Okay, for sure.
I'm a procrastinator when it comes to putting shit together.
Okay, for sure.
All right.
Appreciate
but yeah, let me open the lines up. That shit was great right there.
I appreciate you, big homie.
For sure.
All right, one. Yeah, man, this interview was fucking amazing, dog. Let's rewatch it. Please share the video, dog. Share the video, man. Share it. Edit it out. Share it. Put it on your Facebook, your Instagram. People got to hear Craig Hodges, man. Welcome to the show. What's up, 314?
Hey, what's up, Fred, man? Real quick, that was a great interview, dog. Tip my hat to you, bro. You is a journalist at its finest.
Oh, that's love, dog.
Right on. Hey, but I wanted to ask a question. I meant to call in to the brother and ask him. Y'all had spoke on the Panthers, and I just want to know, was it propaganda? Did they turn drug dealers, or was that the Black Gorilla, or am I mixing shit up?
We'll do a show on that. We'll do a show on the Black Panther Party. I think we need to do a show on that, and because I'm going to give you how they infiltrated the Black Panther Party. And my teammate in college, mother was a Black Panther. So I know a lot of the Black Panther, and you know Muhammad was a Black Panther as well. So we're gonna talk about that in its totality, because I don't want to give you half the story, because I got to go back and revisit it. But but it was a sham how they did Huey P. Newton. You know what I mean? And
that's what that was my man. So if you could help me clear that up.
Yeah, we will. We will. I promise you. But before the end of the year, we'll do it, because I got to get I got to get the people who knows the true story, who I heard the information from, to tell the story. So I got to line them up on a day. You know what I mean? So yeah. Oh yeah. Check out Bobby Seale's unsung interview. Yeah, check that out. Yeah, it was good.
I'm gonna check that out today. Matter of fact, when I hang off, I'm gonna check that out right now.
Yeah. Please check that out.
Peace, King.
All right, appreciate you. Yeah, we need to talk about that. You know what I mean? So You know what I mean? So that's where we're at, man. Triple OG, you want to call in? Feel free to call in. Feel free to call in. Yeah, I saw I pushed you because he beat you by a split second. So yeah, Bobby Seals, we got to get him. Yeah, we definitely got to get him. As a matter of fact, Muhammad, who is my liaison, who is my bridge to a lot of my guests that I come on, he's the bridge to a lot of them as it relates to moving and advocating and doing stuff like that. Yeah, man. Yeah, it's yeah, I'm gonna work on Bobby Seals. I'll work on him for sure. So I will get it done like that. Where we at? We good? Triple OG, you calling in? Are we done? DB, call in. Where you at, big homie? Call in. So you can co-host till we get to the end of the show. Damn, that was a great interview, dog. Fuck. Dog, man. I'm sitting there like 24 people haven't hit the like button. Hit the like button, dog. Hit the like button.
Welcome to the show.
Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Smash the like button. It's free. What's up, DB? No one else calling.
Welcome to the show.
Isn't that shit dope?
Damn, you deaf Negroes. I like those back to back.
Okay. Which one should be first? Welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show.
Okay, welcome to the show. And then that one. Okay, let's go. We got Triple OG calling in.
So, all you scared to death Negroes.
What's popping, Triple OG?
All right. I didn't want to call in and spoil the interview because I wanted to go, damn, Craig, that's all you know about Deontay Wilder? It's more to him knocking somebody's ass. But then I said, and then when he spoke on Kyrie, I said, wow, maybe he didn't know what motivated Kyrie. Maybe he didn't look to see what's going on with Kyrie when he found out his heritage, that he was Native American. Did you see that YouTube video on Kyrie?
I haven't yet. I have yet to see it now.
Yeah, when he met his family. That's why I didn't say nothing.
Mm-hmm.
I said, maybe they didn't. I said, maybe Fred didn't see it either. I forget how busy you are sometimes. Mm-hmm. You're a busy guy.
Oh, appreciate that.
Yeah, and you don't sleep a lot either. I give you about 4 hours tops. How many hours you sleep?
About that, because Kennedy wakes me up.
Oh,
Kennedy wakes me up.
Well, there you go, and that's what they supposed to do. Because I always told people I believe sleep was overrated. So, but anyway, that's all I had to say. And hopefully, you will tell him, or maybe he'll go look and see that there's more to Deontay Wilder than this boxing. Like it was more to basketball than it was Craig Hodges.
And I didn't phrase the question so we can go in depth either, because I knew we was ending the interview. You know what I mean? So I didn't phrase it as to.
Oh, but that was okay.
Yeah,
that was okay. It was organic. It went the way it was supposed to go. That's why I didn't call in. Okay. I said, okay, I'll just call when he's done.
Okay, got you.
Because I don't have no questions. That's why I said, no, this ain't a good one. All right, I'm back in the chat.
Appreciate you all the time, big homie. Yeah. Go ahead, DB, wrap it up. All yours.
Man, that was fire. That was fire. You know, when I first started, I was like, all right, cool. I started running all the questions through my head. You know what I'm saying? And I got this, a guest over here, you know what I'm saying, who was a fan of basketball too. And she was like, oh yeah, ask him this, ask him that. And so I had about 15, 20 basketball questions. but as soon as he started dropping gems about life, I immediately dropped all those questions about basketball, and I just wanted to listen.
Yeah.
You know, I remember my uncle telling me back in the day, he said, if you want to know something about a female, like if you want to get in, he was like, sometimes you got to just shut up and just listen and let them talk for 30 minutes, because they will.
Yeah.
When they talk, you will learn a lot.
Facts.
About what you have to say after that, if you have to say anything at all. Look, she over here smiling. You know what I'm saying? But that's been the strategy, you know, shut up and sit back and listen. And that was, you know, man, it was great. This was a Hall of Fame session and a Hall of Fame chat, you know. So I know at a certain point we had only about 24 people, which ain't a great number. I mean, it's a great number. It's a great number, Kobe. But That's not a huge number, but man, we got 24 people that should smash that like button real quick. You know, because everybody got to have this in the archive. We got to run this back in another 3 or 4 months.
Facts.
You know what I mean? And like Fred said, man, we can chop this up and share it with some folks.
Yeah,
you know,
please do.
And the each one teach one. That's what it's all about. That was my takeaway from this right here. You know. Anyway, man, shout out to Lonnie DiCarlo and my cousin Donald Simpson Jr. for their super chats, man, and their financial support to the barbershop.
That's love.
Yeah, that was major love. Brother G Brown, Jason G, P Good, and J Good, the Good brothers, always got the chat live, man, with good stuff. Tony Snow has some good commentary too, and my brother Mr. Vegas. And yeah, man. So you know, I got me a. So at the end of the show, I'd say, play the song, Fred. You want to say it? Boy, so they never want to say it. You know, they want to sit in the background and watch me listen to the show and do the show and don't want to say it. You can say it. Just say, play the song. Okay. People get shy over the phone. That trips me out.
Or hang up.
Yeah. No. One day, look. Now she mad at me because I said one day somebody else gonna be over here and they gonna want to scream it into the phone. Oh man, you know it is what it is.
Appreciate you, big homie. Appreciate you, big homie. Great day in the barbershop, yo. Great day. You know, we had to come in a little early because you know the barbershop closed sometimes early on Sunday, man. Appreciate you, Yolanda. Aaron Jones, Son Lion, man. Alane, Mark Wunderlich, Triple OG, Lane, Triple R, Double R, Real Rap, Aaron Jones. Lawan, appreciate you. Jason, G Brown, Sunline, I appreciate you, big homie. Reg, take your time tonight, all right? Take your time. Lane, man, I appreciate you, sir. Don't forget, 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Drew is coming on. And 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, we got Reggie Owens. And Champside goes on an hour before that, all right? So 6 p.m. So once y'all go to there and set your what do you call that shit? Announcements, whatever. But sing this shit in the meantime.
Cause the devil is a liar. I'm telling you the truth. Hey. It's only what you do. Hey. Some things you gotta do. Hey, 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 hey.
That's it, isn't it? When much expected, much is given. I appreciate y'all, man. This was an awesome show. Had the kids and everything. You know what I mean? It's funny how you have a conversation with your kids. I'm like, okay, Lincoln and Kennedy. I'm about to do an interview in the office. Okay, I set up the iPads. I set up the toys. I set up the snacks. You set up the water. You like, okay, so you go through this progression with the kids. 15 minutes later, they come running in doing what they're like. It never works, dog. It never works. Oh, I feel me and Reggie always share that pain, dog. Oh, man, it never works, dog. Man, I had everything set up before this interview. Everything set up, dog. Anyways, man, I love y'all, man. This was a hell of a show, man. We'll be back tomorrow night, 9 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. And I love y'all, man. And it was a great show. I can't wait to rewatch it. And I love y'all. We out this month. I got to go to work. Appreciate y'all. Peace.